Hey guys, welcome back to Mitza Creek Farm. We are a diversified farm in northern Wisconsin, and this is not what our normal yard looks like. We usually have a lot of feet of snow, and we're about 20 degrees warmer than average right now. So we have no snow, and I am taking advantage of this by getting all sorts of projects done. I'm going to bring you along, and today we're going to make some raised beds for our garden. I wanted to start working on these when it was sunny out so it'd be nice and warm in here, but when it's overcast it doesn't get very warm in here because we need the sun to warm it up. So for the next at least 10 days we are going to be about 20 to 25 degrees above average for temperatures. But when that happens, it means we don't get any sunshine because the clouds insulate and they keep the warmth of the earth in. Usually when we have sun is when it's cold. So looking at the forecast, it doesn't look like we're gonna have sun for quite a while. So I'm just gonna come down and get these built because I wanna get going on getting them placed and the dirt put in, because if my dirt is thawed, I can have all of this stuff like ready to plant in a couple weeks. Before I really get going on these, if this works, I need to get a couple sawhorses down here because my cuts are not very straight, unfortunately, but this is a good, I'm just gonna try this out on these ones to see if this works. Theoretically, this is half of, you can see it's crooked, but this is half of this end corner here, and so they should fit together kind of like a puzzle, like right there. And then I'm going to take and drill a hole right there that will fit the big spike, and then I can just pound it down right into the ground. Perfect. So that's nice and tight. It went down fairly easy. I don't think it's gonna crack in the 2x6s, but the only way to find out is to give it a shot. That worked really well. I have it through the two boards and it's sticking out the bottom, and so the last, what is that, 7-ish inches is to pound in the ground. It is pretty sturdy, just like this. So I'm not quite sure if I needed to buy the nails that long, but that is really, really nice. I did get the drill bit 1/16 of an inch smaller than the hole, so it makes it a little harder to pound in, but I figured then it would be nice and tight on the nail instead of loose. So now that I have that figured out and I know that it's going to work, I'm going to start getting this area over here ready so that I can put that 16-foot board for the raised bed in where I want the beds to start. And then what I'll do is I'll start making them and assembling them kind of as I go down the width of the high tunnel. I'm not going to get it all done today, but if I could get the first set of boards in and nailed into the ground, that would be wonderful. So I got to finish, I was working on this in a previous video, I got to finish that area, get the cover cloth for the peas out of there, and get all that raked, cleaned up really well, and get that raised bed that we made years ago out of here as well. So I got this pretty much cleaned up, at least in the area that I'm going to put the bed. And I put a string, there you can see it, that goes from that purlin up there down. Now, while I was working on getting this all raked up, I was actually pondering which way I should put the raised beds. Should I put them lengthwise like this, or should I put them the short way across? And I think I decided, I need to do some measurements, but I think I decided I want to go the short way across. And the reason why is because then I can utilize these for trellising, where if I was to put them the long ways, then I would need to put in additional purlins like those that I did, I think that was last year. I would need to go buy more, put those up, get those up and everything, where this is, I can just be done, and so it'll make things go a little more efficient. So my plan is that I'm going to do that, and it'll actually work out really well because I can center a bed right under each of these, and the spacing should work out exactly perfect for me to put a row of ground cover down between them. And theoretically, it should work just right so that the ground cover goes down, the beds go on top of it, and then we won't have any weeds coming up out the edges of the beds. And I've come to a standstill. So, me not thinking, I did 16-foot beds because it would be more cost efficient, because they're going to be 2 feet deep, so I can cut an 8-foot board into 4 pieces, and that'll be the ends of 2 beds. And then where if I did 8-foot ones, I would be short, I think it was 2 boards with what I bought. Anyways, so I was originally going to do 8-foot beds and line them kind of in there and do the long way, or the going down the length of the high tunnel. And then when I was kind of thinking through everything, I thought, you know, why don't I do 16-foot that way? And then as I was doing this, I thought, okay, let's do 16-foot this way. But what I didn't think through, my high tunnel is 32 feet wide. So if I was to do 16-foot, it would leave a small walkway on each side, on each end, and it would take up the whole inside of the high tunnel. So now I need to think, do I really want it going this way? Because if I do, then I need to make those 8-foot. And if I don't, then I need to buy something for trellising up on the top. So that is where I am leaving off today, because I need to put some thought into it and figure out what I want to do. But I did make a lot of progress, and these beds I think are really going to work out well that way. No matter what, they are still super cost efficient for how I'm building them. I just thought I'd save a couple bucks per bed by making them 16-foot instead of 8-foot, and that is turning around to mess up all of my plans. So I will keep you posted on what I decide, and I will bring you along as I build all this and get this all set up. Since it's so nice this winter, it seems like a project that I'm going to be able to get done this winter yet. That is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.